JB, the EFL Youth Alliance Cup final coming up. How are your thoughts and feelings heading into this match?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. We've had leading up to this game, I think we've had some really good performances, which I think's put us in a really good place leading into this game tomorrow evening.
Throughout your path to the final, your team has scored 15 goals, 3 in all matches. How has that been?
Yeah, I only actually flagged this up yesterday by Matty, our analyst. He actually mentioned it to me, and to be fair, we've shown probably our strengths within this competition this season. We had a goal and we set that out in terms of that we wanted to get past the second round, and we've actually gone further than that and surpassed it, and we've done really well from that side. But in terms of how we've competed and how we've created and finished our games, if that be through completing it in normal time or scoring the winning goal in the penalty shootout at the end, which was away at Exeter, I think we've shown that we've got plenty going forward, and we've got that resilience and character to either remain in games or go forward with those games as well with the goals that we've scored.
And with the final tie being at Stadium MK, do you think the fans will help your team throughout important moments of the match?
Oh, 100%. I think every time we've played at the stadium, if that being an FA Youth Cup game, this game tomorrow night, showcase game, we've always had a great support. Some of the boys, Joel and Charlie, went out last night and did a little bit of representing for the academy across some of the fans in the ballroom and at pitch side yesterday, which was really helpful, and they got a really good response from everyone there. So I would love to see as many of them there tomorrow to support our young Dons.
Charlie and Joel, they've been involved in numerous knockout competitions throughout their experiences, and a lot of these boys have with the County Cup competition this season as well. Do you think that exposure to those knockout competitions will help benefit their chances in tomorrow's match?
I think any opportunity to be on a pitch where you're in a position of having to compete for something, if that be a league, if that be in a cup competition like we're in now, I think it's massively supportive of their development in regards to the experiences, the pressures, the prep, everything that they'll go through on the evening, but leading up to that game and even after the game as well. So good, bad or indifferent in terms of what they get from that night. I think it's such a good experience and a good learning curve for every single one of them.
You mentioned the league competition. There's three consecutive wins in your 3 recent fixtures. Do you think that could have come at a better time now that the team's full of confidence going into this final?
Yeah, it's given us momentum, definitely. It's given us a position where there's a lot of competition for place. A lot of players have been exposed to playing it, and they had that big transition from our second years going out on loan from December onwards, and they've just started settling in and getting used to the way that 18s football is. It's difficult, especially when you've got like 15, 16-year-olds stepping up who are going up against lads that they're not used to playing up against, who are potentially 2 or 3 years older than them. So it's definitely been a learning curve for them, but we've definitely seen that all of them have got a little bit more into their groove now and started utilising what we've been working on the training ground and in previous games, and they've started to show that they can deliver as well. So let's just hope it's the same tomorrow evening too.
I mentioned to Albert and Kyle, it's an unfamiliar opponent in Rotherham. How do you think that fares for you? Do you think that benefits you, maybe not knowing as such what you're up against, or do you think that might hinder you?
I don't think it hinders us. I think it's a great opportunity for us to play against a completely different side. From our point of view, we want to focus on ourselves. So more than anything, our focus and our preparation for this game and games that we've played previous it's been more around us and what we do and how we make sure that our philosophy comes out and the way that we want to play in terms of our behaviours and our identity actually happens when we play. So tomorrow it is going to be different for them. It's a setting that we know of, which is great, but it is definitely going to be a challenge because it is a team that they've not come across before.
And obviously you've taken training this morning. How was it? How are all the boys?
The boys are fine, to be fair. They're in really good spirits. We did a little bit of a longer session, but it was a very light session today, so there's a lot of competition in there. It's really just to keep them going, and then we've just worked on a few things at the end, which is around set plays and just a little bit of shape work. So no, they're in a really good place at the moment in terms of how they're feeling as a collective. We're going to give them the afternoon off now and let them have a little bit of a rest up before tomorrow evening.
Yeah, they all seem really excited and up for it. Good luck, JB, and thank you.